Listen, I just went to a barber shop, and he told me that he's not taking business because it's raining outside. Is it that rare? I mean, it's only raining when the polar bear's in town. He closes down shop when it's raining. Yeah, I think I start figuring out what's made everything go to shit here. Starting putting everything together, you know. Listen, if you take the siesta, which means that people don't want to do work during the daytime because the sun is shining, well, it's not shining for the first, but they still do siesta. So they take a break for like 2 hours every day, you know. Many of them just sit around and go around in coffee bars and stand outside smoking cigarettes, and they're not doing a day's honest work, you know. When it's raining outside, everybody just stops, you know. I saw people standing on the bridges, balconies, and just hiding from the rain. Garage apartments and stuff like that. They just find shelter when it's raining and they just stop. You know? And if you take all that and put it together, you don't work when the sun is shining, even though you live in Italy. You just stop when it's raining and just wherever you are and stand still until it stops raining. And you're basically afraid of doing an honest work. I can tell you a story. For the first day that I landed here, the guy that I was supposed to get the key from to the apartment, when I got there, there was a telephone number. And when I called that, he said, download WhatsApp and send me your passport picture and download some cash app that I don't know about anything about. That's an Italian one, to pay 24 euros in taxes. You know, I mean, if I had a business like that and I don't have a reception, at least I could do is show up with the fucking key. You know, I have to download WhatsApp, send my information to this guy on WhatsApp, download a cash app, pay 24 euros in taxes, and then he sent me the code for a little box on the side of my door that says, with the key in it, you know. And I mean, if that's not the top of laziness, I don't know what is, you know. And that's what these people are. They're fucking lazy. They're finding any excuse in the book not to do anything. And then they wonder why their country is going to shit. Why it's poor, why it doesn't manage, why tourists is not coming anymore. Because that is what's happening here. You know, the tourists stop coming. Of course, it's also about the big thing that happened in 2020, for sure, but that's not it. The it is the mentality of the Italian people. And the funny part is, I like that lifestyle, you know? I like that there's a coffee shop on every corner. I like that I can go there and get a coffee and a fucking something that I can't have right now for like $1.50, you know? That's awesome. You know, and they have sit-ins. You can just go in, sit down, have a little cup of coffee, and then be on your way. I love all that, you know. But it's just taken over here. They don't even see their own complacency in Italy. They don't see it. Because they've been in it for so long. So, what's killing Italia is the mentality of Italian people. I'm sorry to say it, but that's what it is. And that was a nice guy right there. And they are nice. They're very polite. They don't ever fuck with me in any ways. I just don't know what to think about it. Yeah, I think it's the good old rule about, you know, good times create weak men. I think that's what's happening here. Because that's what I see. I see weak people. I see weak people in any sense of the way. Everything here is getting argued away, you know? There's no backbone, there's no pride. It's just defending ego with their talking. And yeah, here you go. You see them standing in shelter of the rain? I mean, that's what I'm talking about. The world stops when it's raining. The world stops every day from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock, you know? And I can share an even older story with you. When I was driving on my bike back in the days, I worked at a construction site at a, what do you call it, highway, interstate. And I was the only guy working. And I asked them why they were sitting inside playing cards all day, you know, because they were just sipping coffee and playing cards all day. They said, well, it's more than 30 degrees Celsius. That's like, what is that? 90. 88, 90. When it's above that, they don't work. I mean, hey guys, you're in Italy. That's 4 months a year. You don't work in 4 months a year? Yeah, but and they play card, and the loser always got the seat in the excavator because it had air conditioning. So that was the only place they could work. So they had one guy working all the time. That was the loser of the card game. So what I'm saying is, Italy is in a bad state. It looks very poor, but it's because people don't want to put in the effort. You know, they don't want to put in the work. They just want to reap the benefits. And unfortunately, that worked, let's say 20, 30 years ago. And it worked because they had a standard here. They had a standard that people knew about. People loved, I still love when I go into a supermarket. It's way different than my supermarket back at home, but it used to be so much better. The problem is they were experts in a certain field of complacency, you know, see the irony there? And they kind of kept that and just lowered the standard. So now they're meddling the same shit as every other country. They just don't want to work for it. So there you go. That is why Italy is poor. I'm sorry, guys. Peace.